Oh, this is gonna be horrendous.
What exactly? Oh, getting up and down.
No, my sense of orientation. I'm gonna get lost here so many times. I'm
Yes,
already
well,
lost.
hopefully, hopefully.
Just put up some signs like go down.
Sure,
for
actually,
this,
yeah,
go
sure.
up for
But the
this.
thing is also, if someone finds this place, they're also going to get lost. I highly
Yeah, well,
doubt
what
they
if
will
I get
find this
lost
place.
and then I'm gonna get like processed and crashing wheels and then that's it.
I suppose you're right. I suppose you're right. Also, apparently Jayx wants to meet us at my house.
At our house.
Our house, not my house. Sorry. Yeah.
At our house, of course.
Holy shit, it's a fucking party here. Oh, yeah, you're right, Magpie, you're right. My bad. My bad. What is it again? Stream on. Whoa. That was strange. What exactly do you want from me? Sure. Just me and you, or are we taking everyone with us?
The rest of the gang.
The rest of the gang. Is everyone here who's meant to be here? If there's someone who's not meant to be here, sure. What about the underage guy who just went into the bar?
Voss.
And Voss. Oh, Voss can leave for a bit. Not him. Well, in that case, you're going to have to scram, my friend. I don't care. You can come back later. No, yeah, sure, whatever. That's incredible, man. Good for you. But you're gonna have to. The neighborhood is closed for now. Cool. In that case, yeah, let's go in. You guys look all proper and serious, by the way. Yeah, but welcome. It's well, while the ground floor is done, the other couple of floors are still in development. Thank you, thank you. Hello, boss. This is someone who's renting out one of our rooms, actually, in exchange for food, making us food.
Hello.
Now, this might be a little bit inconvenient, but we might need you to leave for about 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool, delightful.
No worries. I'll find a place where something doesn't try to kill me. Fun!
I highly doubt you'll find a place that doesn't try to kill you, but good luck.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Is that... What is... Was Magpie complaining
Rachel.
about... Yeah. Oh, are we watching?
Yes. There he comes.
I could have maced him. That would have been pretty pretty entertaining.
Kind of ignored me. Please don't touch anything that isn't yours.
Yes, I don't know if you guys read the clipboard at the front of the house, but it did say if anyone steals anything or fights anyone in here, well, apart from us, the owners, you will be killed. Delightful.
Okay.
In which case, what brings you to our fine establishment, Jayx? What is the agenda for today? Did you have a nice trip, by the way? Oh, straight to business. All right, okay. Before we get on to that, how is the land of Valerie? Am I pronouncing that right? Valerie? 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 Fast progress. Okay. Well, I presume these two bodyguards of yours are also from there. I've seen Picconi around a few times. He's got a familiar face. I just can't really pinpoint where from, honestly.
I literally just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I don't know. He seems like a guy who could adapt to anything. Am I right? Anyways, okay, business. My apologies. I shall not get around. The contract by the... Yeah, we've got a zombie problem here. It's whatever. To be fair, everywhere in the land of MALLUS is a zombie problem, doesn't it? By the land of Valerie, we request resources from Club 01, in which we volunteer for war against Firteid. Within the war, if Valerie wins, we split the resources 50-50. Interesting. Now, why would you possibly want to go to war with them? Valid answer. Valid answer. To be fair, I think,
Easy answer, yeah.
I think many a people, many a millennia ago, thought a very similar way. Now, of course, they're not around anymore. But that doesn't mean you won't be different. I mean, you are actually quite close to them, aren't you? You're about, like, what, 200 blocks away? I was wondering. Who moved? Who was there first? Was it Valerie? Or was it Firteid? Oh, really? Okay, fair enough. I see. Well, in that case, perhaps maybe they shouldn't be there if you're so close. Perhaps maybe you need to tell them to scram, but I'm not the voice in your ear. I very much like that idea, though. I very much like the idea of war. I think it'd be interesting. And a 50-50 split. That's a very generous number, actually. Surprised I didn't have to haggle for that. There's a man over there.
What kind of resources are we even talking about?
And if he doesn't scram,
Oh, okay.
we're going to have to kill him.
What? How did this happen?
I see you. Oh, he's gone. What the? Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, I kind of like fed the stray cats and now they keep coming back.
Oh, I see, it's the stray cats. Well, the stray cat has given us all invisibility. Which means that we're all... Yeah, which means we're all floating pieces of weapons and shields. Now, unfortunately for this guy, I've seen his face. But I'm sure that won't disrupt our deal. Anywho, very interesting bargain. Very interesting bluff in the chat as well. I'm sure we can deal with him later. How far? Okay. I'm sure we can deal with him later.
May I read this?
Yes, of course. Of course you may.
Now, you speak of needing resources or wanting resources from us, but what resources want from us?
That's a very valid question, actually. What would you like? Resources is a very vague term.
What do you think you need to win this?
For a land that progresses as quickly as yours does, what do you need? Cannons. Cannons specifically? Armor? Weapons? You see, I'm something of a relic holder, Jayx. I've been around for a while. I've met people like you. People who desire power. Now, as said, none of them are around anymore. They're all dead. Doesn't mean you can't try, though. Doesn't mean you shouldn't try. But across the years, I've collected a good few relics. Perhaps some of them swords. Particular swords that men would destroy nations for. Perhaps, somewhere down the line, that can be part of our deal. That being said, though, Firteid doesn't seem to have a great deal of warriors to it. Now, as said, or, no, sorry, not as said, but there is a bounty hunter. Bounty hunter who snuck into our house. Now, as said, I'm going to deal with him later, but there is always a chance that they might hire this bounty hunter. Well, you know, details, we'll deal with that later. And by we, I mean you. I'm probably not going to be in the war, let's be honest. Don't know if that's my shtick, but resources I may provide you. Cool, in which case, Jayx, You have yourself a deal. Well, you're gonna have Project Daybreak. Actually, no, hold on. I can fix this.
Hold up, though.
Holding.
This contract also, it's not written down, but we're not gonna get involved. You're not gonna drag us into this. We provide you with resources, we get our payment, but that's it. Nothing further. No information against the other side about us, nothing. Exactly. Just supplies, nothing else.
I think what my accomplice here directly means is also... what's the word? Anonymity is not the right word. Confidentiality. We are providers, nothing more, nothing less, as said. I have no intention of going to war. However, if my hand is forced, I have no problem with getting my hands dirty. And if for some reason, if for some strange reason, it were to be found out that I am a supplier, my hands might need to get dirty. Does that make sense? Does that sort of, do you understand where I'm going to? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, your bodyguard here keeps throwing snowballs at me. Thank you. Actually, if you don't mind, I'm going to add that to the contract.
Just for security purposes.
Just for security purposes. After all, the contract is sacred. The contract is sacred. I think that's how you spell confidential. Part of this deal...
Essentially,
yeah?
everything that was spoken in this room stays in this room.
Precisely. As said, I'm going to deal with the stray cat later. You shouldn't have to worry about that too much. As part of this deal, Crub01 and any of his associates are to remain anonymous, and this deal is to remain confidential. Signed, Crub01. Sound good? Give me a second. Let me just... This contract should be safely stored within Jayx's ender chest. A copy of this contract could be given to Crubs01. Does that sound good as well? Delightful. You have yourself a deal, Jayx. Oh, sorry. Apparently Safety might be the boss around here. I kid. Yeah, that's true, Picani. That's true. I look forward to our shared business venture, Jayx. And I wish you the best of luck in your quest for power. Now, get the fuck out of my house. Thanks, Safety.
Oh, cool. Right.
Unfortunately, there is a loose end that we need to tie up in the form of a... certain bounty hunter.
Should get better security systems in this house.
Perhaps you're right. But that's not a problem for today. Tasty. Well, we can tell boss to come back in.